Good morning, Brother Brian. Rick Rowe, this is the big day, the Super Bowl for these kids. These are all members of 4-H from all over Louisiana. And we're in the, I don't know where we are, but we're at the State Fair, and this is where it all is going to happen, the Junior Livestock Auction, the big sale. These kids have been working virtually 7 days a week, 365 days a year just to be here. All right, what we want to do here is, first of all, let's do an introduction. So tell me who you are, what you're showing.
Hi, my name's Jenna Bamberg. I'm from DeSoto Parish, and this is King. He's a sheep.
King is a sheep, okay, and has won something already, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so all of these kids, go ahead, that's fine. Great, go ahead. There we go, come on up, brother. So every one of these animals, obviously taken care of by these kids, have won some kind of prize. Yes, sir.
My name is Sawyer Wilson. I'm from Claiborne Parish, and this is Snickers.
Snickers. All right, fantastic, Sawyer. Good deal. Come on, brother. All right, who do we have?
I'm Hayden Hardy. I'm from DeSoto Parish, and this is Craps, my sheep.
What was that name?
Craps.
I love it. Okay, come on. And they do a lot of that, don't they? All right, brother. Tell me who you are and tell me about your animal.
My name is Luke Pageant. I'm from Claiborne Parish. I show sheep and goats, and my sheep's name is Shooter from Happy Gilmore.
Oh, good deal. Fantastic. Shooter. All right, come on, brother. All dressed up. Looks like he's going to church this morning.
I'm Tucker Patton. I show goats. His name's Ebb. I'm from Coxsackie Parish.
Okay, fantastic. I know the Patton family. They're legendary in the world of 4-H. All right, and you?
I'm Taylor Rayner. I'm from Webster Parish, and I'll be showing my market goat Holt today.
Okay, Hope.
Hulk.
Hulk,
Yes,
like
sir.
the Hulk.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Good. Come on, we got a pig here. Beautiful. Black pig. My goodness. All right, tell me who you are and what his name is.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Albright, and this is my market hog, Tex.
Tex. All right, fantastic. Come on.
I'm Kayla McDonald, and this is my goat Cobalt.
Cobalt. All right, fantastic. And finally, this morning.
I'm Sawyer Patton, and this is my market goat, Ched.
All right, Chad.
Yes, sir.
Love it. All right, the Patton family. There's a bunch of Pattons here. I did a little story with them last year. They were well known in, just east of us here. All right, let's talk about Kay. What's going to happen today and why it's such a big day? I call it the Super Bowl. For these kids, it is.
And it is. These kids have worked really hard raising these animals, feeding them, and they came here. They placed in their classes. They qualified for the sale, and now is sale day. So these kids will have their animals for sale. The festivities start at 11:30, and if you want breakfast, the Cattlemen's Association and Egg Commission, it will be fixing omelets. That starts at 9 o'clock.
Okay. Why does this matter? Why are we making such a big deal about this?
Well, all the lessons these kids learn raising this project, winning, losing, it doesn't matter. They're learning lessons that are life-changing and build character.
Amen. Boy, there's no doubt about it. As we've often said, I'm going to steal a line from one of the mamas here. 4-H doesn't just raise great animals, it raises even better kids. And if you look statistics, folks, these kids go on to very successful lives. Almost all of them do. And it's because these life lessons were instilled in them at a very early age, raising these animals. Big livestock auction today, 11:30. If you want breakfast, get here early. But it's a big day, the Super Bowl for 4-H at the Louisiana State Fair. Back to y'all. Good morning, everybody. Rick Rowe, 4-H. I'm a big believer in all of this, but I knew very little about it. I grew up in the city, never did this kind of thing. I wish I had. So I'm curious, and I think you may be as well, watching what the judges are looking for. This is Owen, Byrd High School. This is Gangster, his beautiful steer. Now, if I'm a judge, and you, by the way, you finished second in your class, so it's a pretty good steer here.
Yes, sir.
What are the judges looking for?
Some of the things the judges are looking for is they want a very straight top line.
So straight. They don't want this right here.
Yes, sir.
They would rather it be straight like that.
Yes, sir.
So that was a small deficit here.
Yes, sir.
What else?
They like him to be broad in his shoulders.
Okay.
For him to have a very stern, strong stance.
So in that category, he did well.
Yes,
he shows
sir.
well. Okay.
Yes, sir. They want him to have a lot of rib and a lot of depth in his belly. For him to, be a steer. He gains a lot of weight.
Right here.
And so, yes, sir, they want him to be pretty heavy down low. They want him to have a lot of muscle and a lot of mass in his back end.
Okay.
And pretty strong legs.
And then here as well, muscled up in the rear.
Right.
Okay. Finished second in class. Now, let's go over to the This would be a goat.
Yes, sir.
All right, my friend, tell me what they're looking for in goats.
In a goat, they're looking for a wide chest and wide rear end. They're looking for a big bone and stoutness in the body and a straight top line.
Straight top line. You mean
Yes,
this
sir.
right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there's a little bit of a sag there. That would be a small deficit, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but everywhere else. By the way, it's Caitlin.
Kaylee.
Kaylee. How'd you do in the show?
He got second in his class.
Second in his class. All right. All right, now let's go to the sheep. I love this one. Jenna, tell me about what the judges are looking for.
So when you're looking at a sheep, you want a good front end on them. It's pretty much, it all kind of relates to the similar, like they're all
All the animals are similar.
They're similar.
Broad shoulders, good muscle here in the
Yes,
front.
sir.
Okay.
And then when you're filling a sheep, you want them to have plenty of muscle, so you'll feel hard on his back, which he has a lot of muscle on him.
Okay.
And then when you're looking at their rear end, you want them to have one instead of just being flat. You want it to kind of curve.
Okay. He's also got a really straight. Is that good as well?
Yes, sir.
So how did you do in the show?
We won our class 6 Blackface Cross.
Way to go. All right, pigs. Caitlin, tell me what they're looking for.
In pigs, you want them to walk correctly. You want them to be structurally correct, to be wide, to have a big back leg, to sit up on their toes, and to have a nice ridge line.
All right, when you say ridge line, again, you assume these people know what you're talking about. They think you're talking about mountains. What are you talking about?
Ridge line is the kind of rolled and dip right here in
Show
the
it
back.
to us. Now, get his head up because you can see the ridge when he lifts his head, folks. Watch this. There, see the ridge right there? You can see it. All right, so that's good. So how well did he do? Because all of these animals have already been shown.
He won his class.
Won his class. Wow, that's fantastic. All right, I got 30 seconds. Kay, come over real quick. Let's talk. Oh, look at that. Look at the way he's walking. And that's good. That's why he won. that would be prissy or prancing. I don't know what you would call that. All right, the big sell. They've all won. They've all finished in the top 20% of their class, so they're going to be in the sale. How big a deal is that?
It's a major deal. These kids have spent a lot of time and money raising these projects. So the only way they can continue is to reap a little benefit of what their hard work
Right.
and show up and a buyer.
And that's why we call it an auction. There are people that bid on every one of these animals, write a check to the kids.
They'll all be in the sale.
All right, and then in some cases they will get 2 checks. I think Owen is going to get 2 checks, correct?
All the animals that'll sell today will get 2 checks.
2
The kids
checks.
Right. They get their sale check, and then whatever their animal sells for market price, they'll get that check too.
All right, fantastic, folks. Again, it's the Junior Livestock Sale. This has been going on for now 89 years. And of course, just when you need her, where is Lori Beth? You can't find her. We're out of time, Lori Beth. We'll get you on at our next segment. But the big show is today. By the way, it's free. All right, and you get a chance, and folks, you would love this. This is really fascinating to see this happen. It's 11:30 today, Louisiana State Fair. All of these kids, you guys excited about 2 checks? How about that? Life-changing money coming to these kids because they have worked for it. This is the magic, the wonderful thing about 4-H. Coming back to y'all. Thank you, Brother Brian. You know, Brian might win he might be a 4-H'er someday. He's good with chickens. His chickens, you never know. But I'm surrounded by, this is the Circle of Champions here. We're at the barn here in Louisiana State Fair, and I'm literally surrounded by kids who are all going to be in the big livestock auction sale this morning. Later today, it starts at 11:30, and so each one of these kids has been working their rear ends off. I'm just telling you, it's unbelievable. Getting up before dawn, feeding their animals, exercising their animals, then they go to school and they come home from school, they feed, they exercise, they groom. I mean, this thing is a 365, 7 days a week kind of job. And these kids have all finished in the top 20% of their class in terms of sheep and goats. And we've got a steer there with Owen. All right, Miss Lori Beth, teacher of ag at Haynesville High School. You've had your kids involved since they were little. You teach 4-H. You're a believer, a true believer.
Yes, sir.
Tell me why. So there are folks here, I know there are because I was one of them, who don't have a clue. They've heard of 4-H but don't know anything about it.
4-H is an organization for youth that promotes leadership, citizenship, communication skills, record-keeping skills. It raises good kids. They don't have time, when they get involved in 4-H, they don't have time to get into stuff that they shouldn't be into.
Right.
it's just a great organization to have your kids involved in. And of course, it promotes agriculture and ag education to teach the world what we need to know about agriculture and how that plays an effect on our daily lives.
Amen. Amen. And you said it. You've said it many times. It doesn't just raise great animals. It raises great kids. These kids are not going to get in trouble. I don't know what the statistics are, K-Stow, but I know they're very, very low in terms of the kids that started in 4-H and end up getting in trouble. I'm sure there's some, but there aren't many because of the life lessons that are being taught here. The other thing is these kids have all finished in the top 20%. That means they're in the sale, this is like the Super Bowl today. What's going to happen today beginning at 11:30?
At 11:30, the kids will come in a lot at a time, like lot 1, lot 2.
Okay.
And the buyers will just bid on them. The champions will sell first, and then we'll follow up with the sheep and goats and all the way down the line.
All right, so we've got Owen there, beautiful steer called Gangster. Owen's going to get 2 checks today. One for the sale, and then one, they're going to give him another one for the meat.
That's right, resale check. So he will $2 a pound for the beef, and so those 2 checks will come to him.
All right, so all of these kids are going to get 2 checks.
That's correct.
Okay. And this is, again, I want you to understand, you just see them today, you have no idea. You do, because you showed yourself. The effort, the time, effort that has been put into showing these animals.
Unless you've done it, you don't know.
Right.
But we need the buyers to come out really bad, 11:30, stay, pick a kid. And if you don't have a lot of money to buy one lot, you can pool your money together. We've got people that have $200, $500, $800, and we can pool your money together so you can actually go in and buy a lot.
Amen. I like that. I love the idea. By the way, let's finish with the great one. We all have to bow to the great one, the great Johnny Tupper. This is a wonderful story. I had the chance to share it for our Raised in Louisiana story. This guy he is legendary. People love him. In the world of pigs, nobody knows more than this guy, Johnny Tupper, again, raised in Louisiana. And by the way, this thing is all free, folks. You can come on and have breakfast if you want to come early. Get to know these kids. These are our future leaders, and thank God for it. These are the kids you want to have leading your country later on. You know what? People don't know this, but Brian raises chickens, and I think if he put some effort into it, he could raise a blue ribbon chicken. And we could have him here at the livestock sale. Wouldn't that be cool? Have Brian here. But folks, I'm being circled by a bunch of champions. These are all 4-H kids from all over Louisiana, mostly our part of the country. And each one of these kids has raised a champion. Now, maybe not the best of the best, but at least they're in the top, what they call 20% in their class. So they're all here for the sale. So they're going to get checks written to them today. And it's for a very good reason. K-Sal, these young people have spent some time and effort. People that don't understand 4-H, and I didn't until I started doing stories, and now I love it and believe in it. 7 days a week, 365 days a year, they're working with these animals.
Rain, snow, sleet, more active than the male people. So yes.
Yeah, they get up in the morning, they feed them, they go to school, they come back, they feed, they groom, they exercise. I mean, it's all a process. This doesn't just happen easily. Now, genetics are a factor, obviously, but there's a whole lot that goes into this. Now, I've got some parents here. Buddy, I know you've got Jenna.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful young lady that has, show Jenna. There's Jenna right there in the purple. There's Jenna. You have her in 4-H. You didn't do 4-H yourself.
No, sir.
Why did you want her in this?
I wanted Jenna in here to teach her, life skills. I wanted to teach her responsibility. And this is something that, a kid in a project, their end result is all in what they put into it.
Right.
But Jenna goes to school at North DeSoto, down in DeSoto Parish, and she's the one up feeding that animal before she goes to school.
You don't have to wake her up.
I do not have to wake her up.
You don't have to get her off. She's watching television. You don't have to make her go out and feed the pig.
I do not.
No. Okay.
No.
Wow.
There was a time that I did when she was younger, but as she got about 11, that's when she transitioned to where it was all her. I did help her in the beginning, but now it's all Jenna and her end result and what her product looks like. That's her efforts.
Amen.
And then she also has a lot of people that help her as well, and she listens to them. And
Boy, that's true. If you talk about a family name in the world of 4-H, the Patton family is legendary in Louisiana. You've got a couple of your kids here this morning, my brother.
Tucker and Sawyer.
Tell me why you believe in this so.
It's something that we've done as a family when I was a kid, and we're going to continue to do it for our kids and hope they do it for theirs. It's teach them responsibility and work ethic.
Yes.
I mean, teaches them to be great citizens and
Absolutely.
and have a purpose in life
Yes.
and do something that has meaning
Amen.
at the end of the day, instead of
Yeah.
sitting in the house playing video games
Amen.
and
I tell you what, if we could raise all kids, if we get every kid in the city to be involved in 4-H, we would not have the trouble that we have. I'm just telling you, there is something that goes on in the raising of these animals and the time and effort that just teaches them, as they keep saying, life skills. By the way, we're in the presence of greatness, the great one. When it comes to pigs, nobody's ever done it like this guy, Johnny Tupper. Even the Pattons, all of you, when you come up to him, you kind of have to bow down and say, the great one, great Johnny Tupper. King Tupper, that's what they used to call him. They know this guy for 50 plus years. It's an amazing story. All right, Kay, real quick. The other beautiful thing about this junior livestock auction, it's today and it's free.
It's free. It starts at 11:30, but if you want breakfast, we'll feed you at 9 o'clock.
All right, come see it, folks. Again, this is the Super Bowl for these kids. They have spent a lot of time and effort, and this is where it all happens for them. 2 checks, hopefully, today. Lori Beth, nobody can say it like you. Tell me why you love 4-H.
4-H raises great kids, great animals, champions. They're all champions. The kids more so than the animals, in my opinion, because they work really, really hard to do what they've done for this day.
Amen. You can't beat it. Raises great animals and even better kids. Coming back to y'all.